Yo. Hey, what's up, y'all? Back with another discussion on a question that I was asked this morning. I was on a conference call and I was asked, what brand do I see elevating into that spot of being the second tier to Nike? Now, obviously, the first answer would be Adidas because Adidas is a $22 billion a year company and they've got Kanye and Yeezy. But we all know that if you walk into a sneaker store right now, all Adidas footwear is on sale, and their flagship Ultra Boost, the previous models are marked down to $79, $89, and $99 a pair. So it can't be Adidas in that spot. I won't put Adidas there because they are so big and they are capable of doing a few things, and we have yet to see what they have to offer from the Jerry Lorenzo partnership that they signed on with. So I'm not putting Adidas in that spot because it's just simply too big of a company. So when we start to move down the ladder of the different brands, especially understanding that Nike is taking these accounts from all of these different retailers, what can be done to isolate which brand is going to be the next hot brand? And I discovered that ASICS Onitsuka Tiger, ASICS Onitsuka Tiger, Onitsuka Tiger opened another flagship store in the U.S. in Beverly Hills. And this is the store. You guys look right over here to the side. That's the store. So I said, wait a minute. That's exactly what I've been saying for a very long time about direct to consumer and retail. When you walk into a Foot Locker or a Finish Line or a City Gear or a Hibbett Sports or any of these other chains, when you walk in there, each brand delivers that store their best product or whatever product that they have at the time, and then that brand is competing with the real estate all around it. And if, let's say, Nike has left the company, now you have an opportunity to stand out, but you still are going to be in direct competition with Reebok right next to you if you're on Onitsuka Tiger, New Balance right next to you, Converse, and we can keep going down the list of the different brands that are going to be in there on that wall that you're competing against. So here is ASICS opening up a flagship store. They have one other flagship in the US, and that's in Soho. Soho's a fashion district, Beverly Hills, fashion district. You can expect if both of these stores perform well as we begin to exit quarantine, which many states are already reopening, they're going to inform the data that they get from those stores in those regions are going to inform a San Francisco location, a Chicago location, a Miami location, a Washington, D.C. location, maybe a New Orleans location. You never know where your fans are, specifically when you begin to build these small store formats. You take on the ability to be more agile. Agile, remember that word. All right, so we can look at these really cool pictures of the stores, and I got these ads that pop up. Hey, if I didn't have to worry about a whole lot of other stuff, I wouldn't have all those ads. But on the Onitsuka Tiger website, I'm clicking through and going and showing you these different pictures. And you look at these stores, it's brand specific. All of this, when you turn in one direction, you're looking at Onitsuka Tiger. When you turn in the opposite direction, you're looking at Onitsuka Tiger. You can see apparel, right? You can go in and go head to toe, and the brand does not have to worry about fighting for the attention of the consumer. But more important, when you look at the inside of this space for Onitsuka Tiger, every inch of this retail space is Instagrammable. You can sit there and take a picture all over this store. And everywhere you take a picture, it's going to look dope as F. Why is that important? When people walk into a space and they see things that they like, they are going to want to turn on the phone, go live on Facebook, go live on Instagram, go on TikTok, show them picking up a pair of shoes to a song that may be playing in the store. These merchandising cues that brands have the ability to capitalize on in their own spaces is critical for the success of every brand around. We're going to see more of these small boutique formats. I wrote about that 5 years ago on the website. I can bring the article up and show it to you. But what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to click over, because right now somebody's saying, well, I mean, nobody's going to an Onitsuka Tiger store. Onitsuka Tiger is doing some incredible work with their product, and they're doing a great job of marketing it in Japan. Now, can they carry this over to the US? I don't know. But if you look at this series that's featuring Willow Smith, right? Incredible photography, incredible imagery. The stuff is dope, right? So we go back out of this, and I'm going to put the links down here so you can go to these websites yourself and check it out. I'm moving beyond the black shoe and brown shoe, and I'm going down to this Monster P series. Now, the Monster P series, the imagery here is not that great. It's a little bit overblown, but it seems to be built for the Japanese market more than it is the US market. They're going to have to adjust this to make it work. You can watch the movie here, and the movie is kind of whack. But the shoes, the footwear here, both casual and athletic, of course, it's performance, and it reminds me a lot of what they're doing over at Decker's Lab with the previous founder of Hoko One and Decker's Lab, where they're making these shoes that are performance footwear but built for being very versatile, right? But the shoe that I like a lot here is not this one, even though I do really like this shoe. It's the one that looks like a basketball shoe. This one. These can make some noise. They can. And I know somebody's like, no, not really, not at $180. It's a steep price, man, for the shoes. But what we're looking at is a fashion brand. Onitsuka Tiger is not the ASICS portion of the company. Onitsuka Tiger is the upscale fashion end of the line for ASICS. This new store is going to inform the company of how to expand these smaller boutique formats into different cities. And as those places become informed by the data, it'll be just like Nike and Nike Unite and all of these different tactics that direct to consumer is taking shape inside of these brands, and things are going to change. Because I wrote something here, and I think you should really pay attention to it. If you walk into a traditional retail outlet, the way that they keep your attention is by red hanging tags with promotional prices, red sales tags. If you're a brand that's attempting to sell something through at the premium price point or at the suggested SRP, you can't compete when you're in a store where all of these brands are on the wall and they're pulling your eye by discount. Your full price item can't compete with that. So when you have the potential to put your product in your store and price it and label it and show it the way you like, you have more control. I think ASICS is on to something here, and I've been saying it for a long time. So let's start paying attention to see if we're going to get more small store formats. I think so. And I think Onitsuka Tiger could make some waves. They could make some waves. We'll see. That's it. And I will wrap with you guys on the next one as my phone rings and interrupts everything that I'm working on. I'll see you guys on the next one.